Hey guys, Steve Lax here. We're going to talk about left-handed throwing and catching, or offhand. Okay, most of us are right-handed, and so the left hand is a real challenge when we're starting out. Bottom line is, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to look goofy. You're not going to know what you're doing. And if you allow those things to prevent you from doing it, then you're never going to do it. And you might as well hang up the stick and do something else. You have to be uncomfortable for a little while, okay? And if somebody makes fun of you or says something negative that you can't catch a throw or whatever, you look like, what? I mean, I think that's what we're worried about sometimes, looking like we don't know what we're doing. Guess what? We don't know what we're doing at first. But at least we're doing it. At least we're trying. At least we're out there trying to do something, and we will get better. So keep that in mind. A couple of tips to really accelerate that learning curve with the left, or the offhand. It's, first of all, throwing and catching is the same as your strong hand, your dominant hand. For me, it's right. So I keep my hands about shoulder width apart. I think about bringing that bottom hand to my bottom elbow, okay, and snapping. As I get up more advanced, I think about using the butt end of the stick as kind of a gun sight, and that's where I'm going to, hopefully the ball's going to go. And I'm not going to aim too much, okay? I'm not shooting a rifle, I'm throwing a lacrosse ball, so I'm not trying to aim the ball. What happens is that you will develop the hand-eye and the stick coordination to throw where your eye will lock in on the target, and as you get better, you'll be able to make a very accurate pass through all kinds of different angles and situations. Okay, but let's get away from trying to be too precise with the ball at first. Main thing is, let's get it on the stick side, okay? And then we can think about getting it in the box area from there. Okay, how do we do that? Again, keeping that butt end in mind as far as generally where do we want to throw it. And the reason we do that is we can get the stick up and away from our body, and our hands away from our bodies. If we're in here and we're throwing this way, we tend to have those alligator arms, and we tend to throw the ball at our teammate's hip, off hip, or away, okay? And it's certainly going to do that if we're flat-footed. So stay on your toes, and then also think about the elbow, the bottom elbow being kind of that sight or that guide, okay?
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to be running and looking to make a pass, I can, when I get my elbow up here, up top there, then I really got my arms up and away, and I can make a much more accurate high velocity pass. Now, one thing with passing is, if Max is right here. Come here, Max.
Yeah.
If I'm 3 feet away from Max, I don't need to be doing all this, okay, with the high velocity pass. That makes no sense. Just like a good quarterback in the NFL, you have to have and develop touch on your passes. If it's an over-the-shoulder pass, for example, you're going to put a little arc on it, a little air under the ball, and let somebody go under and get it, okay? If it's a cross-field clearing pass for defensemen, yeah, it's going to be a high arcing pass, and they will get more straight line passing or arcs as you get better at passing. If it's a cross crease feed and it's a 12-yard or 15-yard pass or a 30-yard pass on the run from the midfield, yeah, you're going to be zipping the ball there, okay? But think about taking something off, especially in line drills. Until we get to be advanced as a team, you want to know who you're throwing to. If you guys are, especially in high school, if you got a less skilled stick handler, you don't need to be beaning the ball at the guy.
Yeah.
Because chances are he's not going to be able to handle it, and it's going to cause a problem. And the ball's going to go off to another line, and you have to get another ball and reset. Know your personnel, okay? And great players will do that. And it's kind of a mark of intelligence and maturity when you can do that. And the guys that go out there and they just want to zip the ball at everybody and show everybody how fast they can throw it, that's kind of being self-centered to me. And you're not really you're not helping anybody get better by doing that.
You're just showing off.
Yeah, and the ball's going to be dropped, and it's going to be a problem. Back to throwing and catching left hand. Do everything that you normally do with your right hand with your left hand. That will help you get better, okay? Brushing teeth, eating, especially like spaghetti, spinning the fork, writing your name with a pencil, all the different things that you can think about doing. Buttoning your shirt differently so that your left hand is kind of the dominant hand will translate into that coordination with the stick with your left hand. Max, let's show him a couple throws, and what we're gonna hopefully work up to. Oh, the last thing is move to the ball when you're catching, especially with your offhand. Don't be afraid of the ball. Start getting into the habit of moving to the ball and judging. Is that ball short? When it's in the air, you want to make that judgment right away. Do I need to move in on that to field or catch the ball if it's short, or do I need to back up and play the hop? Okay? And if the ball is slightly outside or inside, just slide over and make the adjustment. Move your feet to where that stick needs to be to make the adjustment. Don't just rely on moving the stick around. As you get older and more experienced, you guys can depend more and more on the stick. Okay, but make sure you're moving your body to where that the ball is going to be. You can take 3 steps back. Okay, so we're going to show Max here. His right hand has gotten a lot better. Okay, okay, here we go. Big step and throw. And Max is nice throw. He's pulling with that bottom hand now. Okay, the step is exaggerated. When we're starting to go left, exaggerate the step. Okay, and really think about pulling with the left hand. And the other really good thing, guys, practice with no ball in the stick. Just practice the throwing motion and feeling what that's like, okay? And pulling, okay? And again, that's the full motion, okay? That's like the hard pass, getting into a shot there. You can just practice this too, okay? And then walk around the house and keep the ball in the stick with your left hand. Good hard pass. Back up a step or 2. All right, you want to go left here?
Yeah.
Back up like 3 steps. Okay, give me a good hard left-handed pass. Okay, good. Okay, fellas, when I started left, again, I kept the stick in my hand constantly and just, you know, whenever I wasn't in a game situation or a practice line drill situation where I put the momentum of the team at risk by forcing it to my left, I would, you know, on days where I was out just practicing throwing around, I would have it in my left hand constantly, okay? And yes, it's awkward, but in the course of about 2 or 3 months, the left hand was there enough to where, you know, I could play and be effective with it. So, you want to add anything, Max?
Nope, that's it.
If you guys have any pointers on left-handed throwing and catching for beginners, let us know. Put them in the comments. And like and subscribe, and we'll get some more lax videos coming your way. Thanks, guys.
Go see HS Black Knights. Work hard out there. See ya.